All right, on episode 2, we're going to talk about feeding, and specifically, we're going to talk about vegetables first and focus on that, and then we'll talk a little bit about the other foods that you give them. This is only about 10% of their diet is fruits and vegetables, and you're going to kind of have to learn what fruits and vegetables work best for your rabbit. First of all, you need to make sure it's a safe fruit and vegetable to give them. That's a starting point. And then if it is a safe one, you're always going to get a disclaimer saying, check with your veterinarian first. So a lot of the things that Barry likes is trial and error over the years. And you just figure out what works best with their digestive system and what they want to eat and don't like. Just like a human being, there's certain tastes they don't like and certain things that bother their stomach. One rabbit could eat it, the next one cannot. Just like human beings, some people can eat certain types of fruits and vegetables and other ones bother them. So rabbits are no different. So this is just an example of a few things that he likes. On the greens, he loves bok choy. That's what I'm going to give him today. On this, he likes apples, and he likes tomatoes, and he does like carrots. But carrots, I know while Bugs Bunny ate them all the time, they're actually very high in sugar, and I don't give him that often. Kind of like the apples, you have to limit it. But I only do fruits and vegetables technically about every other day. And I only do one thing at a time, so that way you can determine if your rabbit likes it and can tolerate it. So we're going to focus today just on the bok choy. As you can see, Barry is sitting over here waiting for it because he saw me take everything out and clean it off, and it's a routine. So usually what I'll do is when I give him this, I'll say what it is, and I'll say, and put it on the floor because rabbits can learn lots and lots of words. So Barry, you want some bok choy? You want some bok choy? He looks like you want some bok choy. And he knows exactly what's going on. So he's all excited, jumping around in circles. So I put him here on the floor. And there you go. So what I usually do is I give him the whole thing. I've cleaned it and give him the whole thing, put it on top of a paper towel. And I'll just leave it out the whole day. He will not eat all this at one time. He likes the green the most. And what he'll do is he'll eat the green down to the white part, and then he'll usually stop. But as the day goes along, he'll come back and start eating the white part. But by the end of this day, this entire bok choy will be gone. So it's kind of one of those things you want to just put down in the morning and then kind of leave it out for the rest of the day. So we'll let Barry eat a little bit, and we'll go show you some of the other things that he eats. So, I said that's about 10% of their diet. 80% of their diet is hay, and it's called Timothy hay, and I'll show you the packaging. This is a cage that remains open all the time. He's a free roaming rabbit. He roams the entire house. He has access to the entire house. And think of this as more like a litter box for like a cat would have, except it does encase some of his food. So he has his Timothy hay in here, which again is 80% of their diet. And that little bowl, that's where his pellets are. And he's also got some bottled water in there as well. So that's kind of his place. If you do when you do get a cage like this, make sure you get one that has a second level. They don't tend to like to really sit in the bedding much. They kind of sit down there, they go to the bathroom in there, but they don't like to really lay in the bedding. They like to lay on more hard surfaces. So you definitely want to have like a second level like that. And then I'll just kind of go through the other foods real quick. So this is what the Timothy hay looks like in the bag. Again, it's a really important part of their diet, not just the fact it's 80% of their diet, it also keeps their teeth from growing too long. Their teeth grow their entire life, unlike us. And this actually is gritty enough that it keeps them filed down. We don't go, there's rumors out there that you take your rabbit in to get their teeth filed down. That is not a true thing. The diet, if you feed him properly, it takes care of itself. He goes in to get a checkup every year. They check the length of their teeth. His teeth have never been abnormal in the 6 years that I've lived with him. And so you give him this Timothy hay. And again, there's different brands. I use Katie. And these are his cookie treats. He likes Timothy biscuits, Crunch Bears, the Wild Harvest Bake Shop glazed donuts, Oxbow Simple Rewards. And these sticks are the crunchy sticks that you hang up in the cage, and he likes to chew on that, and he'll chew it all the way down to the stick. Now his routine, like most people and animals, they have a routine. I give him a cookie treat in the morning when he wakes up. I give him a cookie treat at night when he goes to bed. And he expects it, he knows it's coming, so he'll sit there and wait for it. So And then those pellets that I showed you is, I use Oxbow Essentials. This is adult rabbit food. If you do have a baby, there is for a juvenile for a while. I think it's for maybe the first 6 months. And so this is about the 10% of his diet. And then the other thing is, this is not obviously something he eats, but this is a cage cleaner. So when you do clean the cage out, and I'll cover that in a different episode, where show you how to clean the cage, but this is what you spray in there. It's all natural. That gets rid of enzymes and stuff like that, and it's totally safe for rabbits to be around. Also, if your rabbit ever has an accident, like on the couch or somewhere else, this is really good getting out stains and stuff like that. Again, Barry is 100% potty trained. If he has to go to the bathroom, he runs to his cage. I seldom ever have to clean anything up. So, which is great. And it took all of 1 day to potty train him. So, back to where we started. Barry is still continuing to eat his bok choy. Sees me coming, he's like, what are you up to? So he kind of ran back over there. And the last thing I wanted to show you is, so it's probably about all he's going to eat right now, is about that much. And he'll probably come back in a couple hours and start chomping on it again. And the last thing I wanted to show you is, while it's not food, you definitely want to have boxes out, cardboard boxes. They do eat cardboard, they eat paper, and they swallow it and they digest it, and it's totally normal. It's not going to hurt them. And the other thing that's important to have this stuff out is, if you don't put stuff like this out to chew, they will chew your house. They'll chew baseboard and other wood. As long as you have this, I've never had him do any damage. But you don't want to like not have anything for mouth to chew. He does not like chewy sticks. I've tried all those things. He won't do it, but he will eat like hard cardboard. And again, it's totally fine for the digestive system. You can talk to your vet about it. And I think it's maybe good for the teeth. It probably feels good in their teeth too. And we have a second source of water. It's the bowl where it kind of dispenses on its own. So sometimes he's just sitting out here. He'll just eat water or drink water out of there instead of out of his cage. So anyway, that is the first episode of how to feed the rabbit. And so Barry, again, he's 6 years old, and he is very healthy. And we'll talk more about health and veterinary visits in another episode. But for now, this will get you started. And thank you for tuning in and on the adventures of Barry the Bunny.